What is up, YouTube? I'm Ice, and in this video I'll talk about grading sports cards for beginners. Just a disclaimer, I'm not an expert, I'm just a passionate hobbyist, and I just want to share how I do it, and hopefully it helps you. Before anything else, I just want to discuss why you have to grade cards. The unanimous answer would be value, plain and simple. A graded sports card is more valuable than a raw, ungraded card. Now that you know the purpose of grading, let's get to the equipment. So this video applies to all sorts of cards, not only sports cards and NBA cards, but also trading cards like Pokemon, etc. Anyway, the major things you need are a light source, gloves, and a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. We need a light source which you can move around easily, like a long neck lamp or this clippable lamp which I use that I bought from Amazon. See, that's what I use for $14. It's pretty strong, as you can see. If you don't have any light source, use natural light. Grade when the sun is up and just open your windows. The purpose of this light source is to inspect the cards closely for any defects. I'll give an example later. So next is gloves, either cloth or rubber. As you can see, I personally mix them up. Cloth on the left for removing debris, dirt on the card, while rubber on the right for traction, for putting them out or in a penny sleeve, card saver, or top loader. I find using only cloth gloves as very difficult. I've had several experiences where the card slipped because I was using two cloth gloves because I didn't have any traction. Also, don't buy those rubber gloves with powder on it. Those can damage the card. So the purpose of these gloves are to protect the card from your hands, particularly your fingerprints. A fingerprint on the card is a minus when grading. So when a grader sees that, a fingerprint on your card, that's an automatic minus. The last essential thing you need is this one, a jeweler's loupe. I bought this guy in the Philippines for 500 pesos. That's $5 to $6. It has a magnification of 20 times and 10 times. This one's kind of okay. I saw similar things like this on Amazon, so you can buy that. So as I said again, the purpose of these things are to look at the card closely so that you will know the condition of the card. And there are things on the card that you can't see with the naked eye, like this card, for example. This card, when I show it to you like this, you don't see any defects, right? But when you look at it closely, you see there's a scratch here and here, if you can see that. So like I said, there are scratches, dings that you can't see with just the naked eye and the light source. This is essential, okay? So optional items include a pen and kind of like an index card, or whatever you can write on that fits in a team bag. So these are for writing down the issues you encounter, so you don't have to inspect the card again. So when you're done with the card, for example, this card, I inspected it and I think it got an 8 or it has several issues. I just put it inside the team bag and put this card together with it. So when I inspect the cards again, I don't have to open the card again, right? And to remove it in the penny sleeve, because that would damage the card. Every time you remove a card from the penny sleeve or a top loader or a card saver, there's a chance that you damage it, so you must be prepared at all times. Anyway, I have a link for everything in the description below to save you the hassle of searching. If you're a very impatient person and you don't want to order from Amazon, then I suggest you go to your local dollar store, and I'm sure you can find similar things there that are very cheap. So let's start. So the goal in grading is to have a gem mint 10 for PSA and a pristine 10 for BGS. PSA and BGS are the two top professional graders in the market today. Running third is SGC. PSA means Professional Sports Authenticator. Their website is psacard.com, while BGS means Beckett Grading Services, and their website is beckett.com. So why do we need them to become 10s? Well, simply, like I said, it becomes more valuable. The price difference between a 9 and a 10 could be thousands of dollars. So that's very important. Okay, so when grading, there are 4 things you need to inspect. First is the centering, the edges, the surface, and the corners. Okay. First is centering. So what is centering? It's the width of the borders of the card from top to bottom and left to right. So this card has decent centering. I'll show you a card that is kind of off. Okay. So see, this kind of looks the same, right? But the centering of the one on the left is kind of off. See, it's kind of bigger on the left side compared to the right, while this card, right, it's kind of okay. So when looking for centering, you must have a good eye, and you must have several cards of the same make, like this one, 2 prism base cards of Pascal Siakam. It would be very hard to determine centering if you don't have the 2 same cards. And what I do if I don't have the 2 same cards is that I go on eBay and I look for a PSA 10 or a BGS 10 of that card, and I just compare 10 pictures of the PSA 10 and the picture of that card and that card. And I usually just look at it on my phone. Generally, my rule is if the centering is off by a lot, it's off automatically. It's off my grading pile. This one's kind of okay centering, like this card, right? See, that's bigger here. This is out, you know. That's why all these cards here I've inspected and I found them not to be worthy of grading because they can't get a 10, right? and that's 20 cards right there. And I only found 2, this one and this one, that are worthy of being graded. When you're done with centering and you feel like the card is centered and there are no printing or manufacturing errors, the next step is to inspect the surface of the card here and the back here. Okay, so in order to do that, what I do is I gently take the card and shine the light source on it. See, that's why we need like a global light source to shine it. So this is an example. See, I'm looking at it. You can see there's a scratch there. You can see that there's several scratches. Right? Also, there's also a scratch there. So when I see something off, I use the loupe. So let's use the loupe. I think there's a scratch here, so let's see. Can you see that? So the third one is the edges. The edges must be super straight. There must be no fuzzy edge. Let's see the edges of this one. Or jagged edge. A jagged edge. Let's see, this one's kind of fuzzy. Right? See the fuzz? That's minus 0.5 right there. And if you have 4 fuzzy edges, that's minus 2. Depends on how damaged it is. So if you have 4 damaged edges, that's a automatic minus 2 at a minimum. You can have like 1 each if it's really messed up. So yeah. So the corner must be super sharp like this one, see? Super sharp. And it must not have any whitening. This one has some sort of whitening. This one's clear. This one has some whitening there. See that? Or not. So if you have doubts, use your loupe or magnifying glass. So a soft edge will automatically be a minus 0.5 again, depending on the damage. So just imagine if you have 4 soft edges, that's a minimum minus 2 off the grade, right? So now that you know what to look for, I'm gonna grade a card with you so that you'll know how to do it yourself. So let's get a random card here and let's see if, so like I said, I already graded these cards. So first thing is the centering. From left to right, this kind of looks okay. Top to bottom looks okay. There are no printing errors. I think this portion right here, it's not the same. So let me check with the one I chose. Well, looks kind of okay. Even the bottom. So here the centering's okay, so it's not automatically off my grading pile. But let's see the surface. So see that there are like a dozen scratches here. See what I don't know what happened here. Maybe because there's no top loader and the cards scratch against each other. So it's very important, if you pull a card that you like from a pack, or generally a valuable card or an insert, put it in a penny sleeve. It's like $1 each. I'm gonna show you what a penny sleeve is. It's like $1 each. So here are my pack of penny sleeves. Let's see, this one's a penny sleeve. Here, 100 sleeves for like $5. I got this 5 pieces for $10, I think. So it's very cheap. Alright, just put it in a sleeve like so. I'm gonna show you how. So here's a penny sleeve. Do this, rub it against each other so it kind of opens up, and you get the card you pulled from the pack, and you kind of open it like this and put it in the opening, and boom, inside the sleeve. Okay, and that's that. So surface is automatically, I think this has no chance at all. The surface of this card is very much effed up, suffice to say. And fingerprint marks there. Like I told you, fingerprint marks are an automatic off. It's 12 o'clock. Okay, so what else? It has the edges. I think the edges here are okay. Yeah, the edges are generally okay, and the corners. So that's the saving grace of this card. It has this good corners and good edges. So what you do is write it here and write your grade. So write the issues of the card, several scratches, and your grade. So I grade this card to be 7 because of the scratches. So yeah, so just like that. Again, there's the penny sleeve. So you graded a card. Alright, put it in a penny sleeve like so. Okay. Put it in a top loader or card saver. Have to be very careful putting it in. Very careful, because it might damage it. And a few. It's not working here. Okay. A few more. So there, and you get the team bag. Team bag is like this. This one's a graded team bag. It's bigger. So yeah, you put the index card inside like so and seal it. Right? The card will be protected until you want to grade it or you want to sell it. Okay, so that's that. So that's it. I hope you guys learned from this video, and if you did, please give it a like. And for more content related to sports cards and grading, please subscribe. So have a great day, everyone. Peace.